Hello, welcome to Chris's Beer Reviews. How are you? Hope you're all doing well as usual. But I mean that, I hope you are doing well. Get your words out, Chris. It's been a long day. Anyway, today's beer review, it's not that one. It's gonna be another perfect draft review, and this one's gonna be the Spaten Oktoberfest, and I've forgotten what the ABV is. I think it's 5.9, the ABV. I'm not gonna open the PD to find out. I think it's 5.9, but anyway, it's the Spaten Oktoberfest beer, available on the PD, although I think Beer Hawk have sold out of the Oktoberfest beers. I'm not entirely sure, but I think they might have done. So I reviewed the Lowenbräu Oktoberfest. I thought that was fantastic, so it's now time to review the Spaten Oktoberfest and see what that one's all about. So let's crack on and get this one poured. Ooh. So going to go over, slight little dribble down the side. No one likes a dribble down the side, do they? But there you go, it's in the glass, and there it is. Looks a lot lighter, I think, than the Lowenbräu Oktoberfest. I'm sure that's lighter, bit of a haze going on there, isn't there? But very straw-like coloured, isn't it? Very light in colour, but crystal clear, apart from the chill haze that's on the glass. And a decent head. Looks quite thick, quite a dense type head on the top. Yeah, looks nice. Nice looking beer. Let's have a sniff. Malty. Very malty. Sweet malt as well. Yeah, it's very sweet smelling. Very, very malty. Slight breadiness, not huge. Yeah, it's bready, it's malty, smells like a lager. Let's crack on and see how she tastes. Cheers. Oh, that's cold. Let's go with the mouthfeel. Let's start with the mouthfeel, shall we? I'll have a bit more. Mouthfeel's good. It's got a decent mouthfeel. Certainly feels like a quality lager, and I always find lagers difficult to review, as you know if you watch my channel. It's just about finding one that just kind of elevates the flavours of a lager and has a really good mouthfeel, and that has got a very, very good mouthfeel. You can really kind of feel it around your mouth, that mouthfeel. So mouthfeel wise, it's fairly decent. Good mouthfeel. Let's have a bit more. Taste wise, it's certainly a good beer. It's definitely a good lager. No doubts about it. That's a good lager. Taste wise, and I'm trying to get the Lowenbräu Oktoberfest out of my head because I absolutely loved the Lowenbräu Oktoberfest, and I am going to have to compare it to the Lowenbräu Oktoberfest. So the Spaten Oktoberfest, it has got a good taste to it. It has got kind of a pepperiness on the finish, which I like. Adds a kind of a bitterness to it. It's not as crisp as the Lowenbräu Oktoberfest for me. This has got a sweetness to it. Like, I wouldn't say I don't enjoy. I just find it sweeter than the Lowenbräu Oktoberfest. It's got some bready flavours to it. Pardon me, it is malty. It's nicely carbonated. But it has got a sweetness that I can't quite pin what that sweetness is. I'm really trying hard. I don't want to use the word syrup because I think that would do the beer an injustice by saying it's like a syrup sweetness. Possibly almost toffee caramel like type sweetness on it, which I don't dislike, but I'm not a big fan. But it is a decent lager. None of that makes any bloody sense, does it? Let's have some more. It's definitely a good lager. I wish I'd have done it the other way round. I wish I'd have had the Spaten first, then the Lowenbräu. So yeah, it is a lager. It's an elevated lager compared to the macro stuff that we get in the UK. It's certainly a very decent lager, certainly one I'd recommend. I'd like to try the normal Spaten. on keg to see what that one's like. Has got bready elements to it. It's definitely malty. It has got a sweetness, and thankfully that sweetness is kind of cancelled out at the back when you get that little type of kind of peppery finish, which just knocks a bit of that sweetness off. If that went all the way across the palate, I'm not sure I'd be so keen. But it certainly is a decent lager. Is it as good as the Lowenbrau Oktoberfest? No, not for me. And this is what's wonderful. It's why everyone tastes things differently, and taste is very subjective. And I was on a live last night, not me personally on the live, I was in the comments section, I was watching a live I should say, of Spice and Easy and Simo. They were doing a live together. I put some comments on about the Oktoberfest beers, and they preferred the Spaten over the Lowenbrau, and they thought the Lowenbrau was sweeter than the Spaten. So we're all so different, aren't we? And it's just my opinion, and if other people think this is better than the Lowenbrau, happy days. I have no issues with that, because we all taste things differently. So there you go, that's my review of the Spaten Oktoberfest. I'm all done. I'll see you all on the next one very soon. Take care, bye now.